All right, so guitar 2. Luckily, even though we have like what, 4 different zones that we're trying to get in this video, your job is not going to be too hard because a lot of it is pretty repetitious. You're going to be repeating yourself quite a few times. So you just need to know your lines. You need to know how to link up with the person you're linking up with. When, like, let's say if you're in guitar 3 are harmonizing, or you're in guitar 1 are harmonizing, you need to know those parts. And you just need to be confident in what you're playing, okay? So enough jibber jabber, let's get to it. So we're going from the end of marble zone, which was... So that's your first line in spring yard zone. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, you play a short and then a long note on the 5th fret of the B. Then you climb up to the 5th fret of the G. Then ring finger on the 7th fret of the D. Alright, da, da. Then you slide from the 4 to the 5 on the B. Then you climb back up to the 5 of the G. So slowly. Alright, again, 3, go. And that's on the offbeat. 3, 4, da, da. Alright, 3. So it's dun, 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 dun. Offbeat. Then you do that same thing, da, 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 right here on the 7th fret. But then after you do that on the 7th fret, you grab the 10 on the G and you hold it. Alright, so far it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you finish with a 10, 10, 12, 12, 14. Alright? And that takes us into our next line. So altogether, that is da 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 da. 10, 2, 3, 4, offbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 doubles. 10, 10, 12, 12, 14. Then it's our line. Then we repeat our first line. Then we finish. Then guitar 3 and guitar 1 do their thing. Alright, so that line is, we're going to grab that 6th fret of the B. That is our F note. We're going to go, ba. You have to get this offbeat. If you don't get offbeat, you'll throw everyone off. So it's 1 and. Alright, so 1 and. This is the time where you should by now be able to play with stomping your foot. It is the most critical thing if you're playing with other people. From professional musicians to people who are starting out. If you can always tap your foot, you are going to be far better than if you're just trying to guess and estimate where it goes in, because you should not guess and estimate, you should calculate, you should feel it, okay? So it's 3, 4, 1, and down. So we go to the 5th fret of the B, 6, 5, then we go upside down triangle to the 7th fret of the G. Alright, nice short one there. Long, short, do, da, do. So 7, 5, 7 on the G, do, da, 7, 5, 7. Then we go back to the 5. 5 on the G, then 7 on the D, which is a string above. Then you bring your pinky power on the 8th fret of the D. Notice how the rhythm is. I'm not going da da da. I'm going da da da. All right. Da 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 da. So what I do there is I go 5 on the G, then I come back to the pinky ring on the D string. 8, 7, 8, 5. So 5, 8, 7, 8, 5. It'll sound like this. Da, da, do, da, do, da, da, do, do, da, do, da, do, da. And that is the end of the first phrase, okay? And then you go to the second phrase. And luckily, the first phrase, like I said, is super repetitious. We're going to do that first phrase in the 3rd time as well, okay? So far it is. Then our second phrase. We start the exact same way. We get all the way up until that 7th fret of the D. So. But then we come back to the 5th fret of the G and we bring our pinky on the 8th fret of the B. So that's our second phrase. 5, pinky. And we finish with this high one. So that is a 5, 5, short, long on the high E. Then 8, 5 on the B, da 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 da. That's the end of our second phrase. Then the third phrase is the exact same as the first, okay? So let's do our second phrase into our third phrase. Practice it a few times and then come back. 3, 4, 1, and up, 2. Third phrase. Then our fourth phrase finishes with a. What that is 5 on the high E. Let it ring. Then you do a short long on the 8th fret of the B. Da, 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 da. Same rhythm on the 6th fret of the B. Da, 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 da. Alright? Da, 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 da. Then when I get to that 5 of the B, I hammer and pull off. Or I can go. You can slide forward and come back, or hammer with the middle finger, hammer onto the 6th fret of the B. And you come back to that 5. That's all just one pick. Alright? Then you finish on the 7th fret of the G. Again. One more time. So let's take from the end of that fourth phrase. Alright, so let's put that slowly all together. Let's take it from the third phrase into the fourth phrase. 3, 4, 1. Then guitar 3 and guitar 1 will link up over there, okay? So let's go for it. The whole of that second half of Spring Yard Zone from the first phrase. Da, da, da. All right. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Second phrase. Third phrase, same as first. Fourth phrase, high E. All right, one more time, a bit slower. 3, go. 1. Feel the beat. Third phrase. Fourth phrase. Chaka-ta, chaka-ta-ta. Then guitar 3 will go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure once they finish that da 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 dum 2, you also link up in your mind, okay? And also in actuality, like you're stopping your foot. So it goes da 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 da. 1, 2, 3. That's how you should count it. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go for our next phrase. Nice and easy. Now we are in our special stage. So all for that, clear the stage, you're just letting guitar 3 and 1 do the thing, then you come back in with a nice sweet melody. So you're going to go on the 12th fret of the high E, let that ring, then 13th fret and 15th fret on the high E. So da, 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 alright, da, da, da. Then you play the 12th fret of the high E twice, da, da. Then the 13th fret of the B once. Alright, so it goes da, 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 do, da, do. Alright, so when you go to that 13th of the B, you go back to the 12th of the high E, and then back to the 13th of the B. So it goes da, do, da, do. Okay? 12, 13, 12, 13. Make sure those 12 and 13 are different strings. So let's go for it with our count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Then repeat. But the second time, you go da, 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 12, 13, 15, 13 on the B string. So 12 on the high E string, 13 on the B, 15, 13, and then you resolve that. Okay, so that's the whole phrase. It goes. Da, doom, da, doom. Then repeat that whole phrase. You do it twice. The exact same thing. Nice and easy. Take a break. Then guitar 3 will go. Then you come back in with the exact same thing. Repeat. But it's how you finish, watch. Nice, easy stuff. You got a really easy job there, guitar too. So for that ending, you go da, da, do, da. So 12, 12, 13 on the B, 15 on the high E. All right, so that's after guitar 3 has done that melody. So da, da, do, da. That's how you end the special zone. All right, so let's take it from the whole special zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. Second time. Take a break. Guitar 3 is going. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now come back in. Let's go. Let those notes ring. Second time, and then we finish. Remember that double 12. Finish now. 12, 12, 13, 15, 2, 3, 4. And that takes us to the beginning of our labyrinth zone. All right, cool. So after you go for that double 12, da da, do you have a 4 count? 1, 2, 3, 4, da da do da da da. So make sure you get that 4 count, or else you'll be thrown out. Make sure you're looking at your teammates so they can also be giving signals. You're giving each other signals, okay? So 1, 2. So after you hit that note, you start that 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you do this transition, which is just 8 on the high E, 10 on the B, 10 on the G, and then 8 on the B 3 times. All right, hit that B 3 times on that 8. Da, da, da. So that's our transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we start off our labyrinth zone. What you're going to do is ring finger on the 7th fret of the A, index finger on the 5th fret of the D. So, and you play that twice. 7, 5, 7, 5, 7 on the A, 5 on the D, da da do da. Then you go 7, 9 on the D, do da do da da da. Again. Do da do da da da. Then you bring your pinky in. Da da da. Pinky on the 10th fret of the D. I mean, you can also use your ring finger, that's fine. Da da. 10, 9, 7. Alright. Do da do da da da. 10, 9, 7, 5. So you just walk all the way down. 10, 9, 7, 5. Alright, then I do a quick hammer on pull off. So 7, 5, 7, da da da. So pull off from the 7 to the 5 on the D, then come back up to the 7 of the A. You don't have to do the pull off, but it sounds more authentic. You can just go like this. Do da do da 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 do. Alright, da da do. Instead of da do or do, if that's too hard. You can just go 7, 5, 7 instead of 7, 5 da da do. You can just go da da do. Okay? So once you get that phrase down, you just do it twice and then you do it on the string underneath. So we're gonna go do da do da 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 do do da do da 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 da. Then we'll do everything underneath. Exact same movement. You can move that hammer if you want, that's fine. Then after we do that, down there, second time. All right, we make sure we resolve that. The second time is 10, 9, 7, 5, 7 on the D. All right, you finish there. Da 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 do instead of da 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 do do do. All right, da 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 do. After we do that, we go 7, 5, 7, 5 on the G. Da 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 da. I'm using a down up down up. All right, and that'll take us now into the next half of Labyrinth Zone. So far we have this from the transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. Labyrinth Zone. Underneath. Dum 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 da dum. Dun 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 dun. And that's the end of Labyrinth Zone. And then guitar 3 will kind of take it away from there. We'll take it away, not kind of, we'll take it away. All right, so what you're doing is, after you go for the da 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 dum dum, guitar 3 is going to go dum 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 da dum. By the time he's on that note, you're also there with him. Da 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 dum. And that note you're on is going to be that 5th fret of the G, which is our C note. All right, 5th fret of the G string. So what you're going to do is you're going to go da. You're not doing this part, it's just a guide. Da 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 dum da 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 da. Nice and easy. We're going 5 5 5 7 5 on the G string. Dun 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 dun. Then you go upside down triangle. All right, upside down triangle, then back behind it. So that's 6 on the B, 5 on the B. So 5 5 5 7 5 6 5 on the B. All right, dun 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 dun. Then you go backwards, 7 5 dun 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 7 5 7 9. This is getting tongue twisted. So we go. So we go. 7, then we go for this line 5 7 9. All right, da da dum. So all together, dun 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 dun. That's our phrase. That's our first phrase. Okay. So bum ba ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum. Repeat bum ba ba bum bum. The second phrase you do the exact same thing. 5 5 5 7 5. But instead of going to that 6th fret, you go to that 5th fret of the B. Dun, 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 dun. Then you cut. All right, that's the second phrase. And as usual, as we always do, the third phrase is exactly the same as the first phrase. And the fourth phrase is something entirely different. So the first phrase is. Second phrase. Bum, bum. So remember that second phrase, you hit that 5th fret of the B. This is our E note. All right. Bum, bum. Third phrase, same as the first. Then our fourth phrase is this walk up down. It's to end the Labyrinth Zone. We're just going backwards on an F major scale. Alright, so what we're doing is 6 5 on the B, down up, then 7 5 on the G. Then 8 7 5 on the D. So 6 5 7 5 8 7 5. Then 8 7 on the A. Then you play the 5th fret on the G, and then 5th fret on the D. So that's a string skip from the A to the G. That's a string skip. So do do 5 5, and when you play this 5, guitar 3 will meet you there. Da da do da da. That's what guitar 3 will do. You're just going da 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 do da do do da do. And now you're going to do something different, okay? So let's go for that whole Labyrinth Zone from the transition. The okay, 3 go. Now da. Now. The E note. Bum, 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 bum. Walk it backwards. Bum, boom, bum, bum, bum. This is our last zone. Then again. Alright, so now we're in our starlight zone. And what you're going to do here is, so after that, we're going to have two different shapes, a major shape and a minor shape. Your minor shape is going to be middle and index. Middle on the 9th fret of the G, index on the 8th fret of the B. When you have that stair, it's kind of like slanting down if you join the dots. Alright, and you're going to be working with guitar 1 to have a bit of rhythm. So you're going to go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright, and you give an up at the end. So down, up, down, up. Then you take the same shape, move it 2 frets down. So middle finger will be on the 7th fret of the G. So down, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, you split that rhythm 9/2. Down, up, down, up. So here, 7th fret, I'm going to be referring to where the middle finger is when on these minor shapes, okay? Down, up, then you move to the 6th fret, down, up. So down, up, down, up. Slowly, down, up, down, up. Again, 3, go. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. So practice that. Go. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. And then we go to our major shape. I'm going to use my ring and pinky, which is it's going to be 2 fingers on the same fret. You can also use your middle and ring, whatever works for you. So just in case you don't want your middle finger to leave that G string. But it's going to be, this is our major shape on the 10th fret of the G and on the B. Pick whichever 2 fingers you want. You're going to go major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor 3 times, okay? So major on the 10, minor on the 9, middle finger on the 9, index on the 8, minor, middle finger on the 7, index finger on the 6. So major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor. That's the rhythm. So it goes down, 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 down. And I'm strumming down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now, super important. You want to aim for these 2 middle strings, these 2 strings right here. So make sure you're muting all the other strings really well. Like these fingers should be touching the high E string so that you don't hear it. And you should be aiming for those 2 strings. Otherwise, it'll sound like this. And it'll sound muddy. It won't work well with your other guitarists, okay? So we're going to go. You can even just do simple down strums. Down, 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 down. Then you stay there, okay? So far for that starlight zone, we have down to the 7, then up. All right, one more time. Major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor. Then you stay here. 3 more hits. All right, so down, 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 or with the 7 and the 6. Then that's slightly gives us a bit of tension. We're gonna have another minor, but with the middle finger on the 10, index finger on the 9. So I'm just taking that same shape, moving it up 3 frets. Then after I move it up 3 frets, I just move it back 1 fret to our first position on the major. Okay, so. So 1, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Let's do that all together from the top of Starlight Zone. 3, go. Stay there. 7th fret. So what we do there is we finish with a 12, 12, 10, da, da, which is 12 on the G and B, major, major, just play that twice, da, da, then to the 10, da, 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 da. When you get to the 10, you play it once, da, da, da. Then 9, 8, you play it once. And then 7, 6, ones. So it's 12, 12, 10, 9, 7. And when I say that 9, 7, don't forget the index finger is not on the same fret. It's on the fret behind on a different string, okay? So da, 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 da. Then you repeat from the beginning. Da, 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 da. Stay there. Da, 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 to the 10. Then now you have a different phrase. So let's do that one more time, then we take it to our next phrase. 3, 4. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Stay there. Down, 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 up. Down, down, down. One fret behind. Down, down, down. Let's go. Again. So what I'm doing there is hammering from the 8th to the 10th of the B string. And then I'm playing the 8th fret to the high E twice with a down up, right? Da da, da da da. So what you really want to make sure you're doing is, listen to that. Da 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 da. So I'm going hammer, double, come back to that 10 of the B string, then another double on the high E string. So da 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 da. Then a big stretch to the 12, and then back to that 8. Da 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 12, 8 on the high E. Da 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 da. And in full speed it'll be da 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 da. So if you're finding it that'll be a bit hard for you doing it with the doubles on the full speed, you can just go da 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 da. Instead of hitting a double, just hit it once. Da 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 da. Okay, I'll hit it twice because it sounds cooler. Then after you do that, or you walk it down. That walk down is a 12, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 8 on the high E string, 10 on the B, 8 on the high E, 10 on the B, 12, 8, 10, 8, 10. Okay, so we go. Walk down. Then again. So that second time you go. But you don't do that walk down, you actually walk up. Here we go. So there you're going to have a shift entirely. You're going to go 12, 13, 12, 13, 15. Da, 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 da. 12, 13, 12, 13, 15. 13 on the B. Now, you could have honestly done this riff here. You can also do it right here. If you wanted to. The only thing you need to watch out for is just you're going to change the fingering. And how I'm changing that fingering is I'm going index finger on the 12 of the G. I still hammer the same way here. Then I play that double or that single, whichever one you use. Alright, down, down on the 13th of the B. Then I come back to that 14th of the G. Then 12 on the high E, 13 on the B. That phrase is the 12, 13, 14 on the G, 12 on the high E, 13 on the B. You're drawing stairs. 14 on the G, then back to 13 on the B, 14 on the G. So 12, 13, 14, 13, 14. Okay. So it would sound. Then you do that big move there, okay, which is 12, 13, 15, then boom. That is the, let's count, 15, 17, 19, 20th fret on the high E string, which is a high C, okay? So that whole phrase, where that second phrase in Starlight Zone goes, walk down, repeat, walk up, stay here. Again. Big move. Then you just repeat. there. Don't forget to stay there. All right, then we go. You link up with guitar 1 there. So when you're finishing that last part, so let's say we've done it. So we've just done our riff down. Walk up. Then you repeat. Stay there. Now instead of moving to this one, yeah, we're gonna play those exact same notes but in a different place. We're gonna go. So where your index finger is, you're gonna put your ring finger there. Index finger is gonna go on the 4th fret of the high E. It's the exact same as this. No difference. It's just gonna allow us to get to our next part, our transition, our ending for Starlight Zone a little bit better. So it's gonna be ring finger where the index finger is, and then you link up with guitar 1. So what you're doing there is 2, 4, 5 on the G, 3, 5, 3. So 3, 5 on the B, 3 on the high E, da da do da do da. All right, slowly, da da do da do da. Make sure you get that rhythm good. Da 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 da. And guitar 3 will go da do da do da do da do da do and continue to take it away. Okay, so let's try that ending part for Starlight Zone. 3, go. Stay here. Build from that index finger. And ending riff. Let's go. 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Da 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 da. All right. Let's put that whole Starlight Zone together. Make sure you practice it so that when you put it together, it actually makes sense, okay? All right, so let's go for that Starlight Zone, but we're gonna start it off from the end of Labyrinth Zone, which is when we go up on that scale. All right, so just get used to that. 3, 4, end. Major, minor, minor, major, minor, minor, major, minor, stay there. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, down, down. Transition. Da, da, da. Repeat. Change. From here. Stay there. And remember, put your ring finger where the index finger is for the ending. Ending now, 2, 4, 5. Da 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 da. That's guitar 3. All right, let's work it backwards. Let's take it from Labyrinth Zone into Starlight Zone. So Labyrinth Zone was from there, okay? Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Scale. Bum, boom, bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Stay there. 1 fret behind. Again. Get ready? Second half, transition. Move. New position. Go. Repeat. Let's go. Da 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 da. All right. All right, let's now take it from our special stage into our labyrinth zone, into starlight zone. Then we take it all the way from the beginning, okay? From special stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Repeat. Guitar 3 goes, and you're quiet. Get ready? Come back in now. Last time into the finish. One, two, three, transition. Let's go. Labyrinth. Doom, 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 doom. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Starlight. Slow it down a bit. One fret back. Again. Almost missed it. Get ready, 5-second part. Here we go, 8th fret. Then repeat. Stay there, then remember, put your ring finger where your index finger is. This is the ending of Starlight. Let's go. All right. Let's take this one last time, but this time from the beginning, from our spring yard zone, okay? Let's actually take from the end of Marbles on the dum, 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 so it makes a lot of sense in context. All right, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3. I'll try and keep the same speed. Go. Da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doubles. Let's go. Dun 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 da 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Special now. Now stay quiet. Guitar 3 goes. Then come back in. Second time and then finish. And remember that transition into Starlight, into Labyrinth. Here it comes. Double, 13, 15, 2, 3, 4. Let's go, Labyrinth. Doom, 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 da, da, go. Bum, 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 bum. The scale. Bum, bum, Starlight. You ready? That second half? Here we go, 8th fret. Let's go. Oh, I messed up. Ah, it's okay though. Let's go. Let's go, that ending. Ring finger, the index finger is ending. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. You're not doing so much, you're not going crazy. The main thing you need to watch out for is, do you know the song structure? Do you know what is coming up next? And you also need to be able to get the rhythm and link up on the beat. So remember all those beginnings where you start in the offbeat, you have to get your entries good, starting on that and. So whether it's on a labyrinth zone, so 1, da, da, do, da. So you don't start on 1 and 2 and no. You go 1 and. You start on that and. That and is the offbeat. So 1 and. Make sure your foot can get that 1 and. Okay? Don't go 1 and 2 and you'll throw it off completely. So on those offbeats. So get those entries good, get those timings good. If any part has a pull off or a hammer on or a double, remember you can simplify it for yourself by not changing the notes, by just removing that extra note. So if I hear instead of going double, you can go single. Alright? And then for here, when we're doing that labyrinth, instead of that pull off of you can just go. Instead of that pull off of that instead of that pull off of you can just go da do da da do. Alright? Da da do. Or just da do. Instead of that pull off of da doom, you can just go da doom. So it sound do da do da 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 doom. Alright? Make it simpler. Don't make mistakes because it's a little bit difficult. Just simplify a little bit, but don't change the notes. Just take some of those parts where it will still allow the full melody to be heard and to be understood, but doesn't change a thing. Okay? So if you want to practice the full thing at full speed, go to get a video for Guitar 1 and you can practice it there as the opening video, okay? Have fun practicing and I will see you next week for our final zones. Oh yeah!